things Steve and I accomplished a lot on the Will County Board. You know, my 4 years as the chairman of the Finance Committee, we were able to reduce the tax rate all 4 years. And we worked on a way to work our bonds and work our finances so we can build all those great new buildings which we badly needed in Will County. So if you get a chance to go down to Joliet, you can see the brand new public safety facility. You can see the brand new health center. And opening on December 1st is going to be the brand new courthouse. A 370,000 square foot building, 10 floors, state-of-the-art, brand new courtrooms, and we did all 3 of those buildings without raising taxes. Because I wouldn't let us build anything if we had to charge you more. One of the other things we did with that building, and I have to pat myself a little bit, I pushed this. You know, a lot of people talk about climate change and renewable energy, and I always said, I'm not against sustainability and renewable energy. You just have to be financially smart about it. So that building, that new courthouse, will have solar panels on the roof. It will produce 7% of the energy for that building, but here's the good part. Those panels will be paid off in 7 years, and they're good for 35 years. That's responsible sustainability, not a Green New Deal. So I've been very happy on the Will County Board. I was happy to continue my term. You know, with Steve at my side, he keeps me going every day, and it gives me a lot to do. We're a good team. But I saw an opportunity here, you know, for those of you who have been voting for the last 40 years in the 3rd District, you only have one congressman. Well, one name, 2 men, Bill Lipinski and Dan Lipinski. That's all you ever had. And so I said, you know, number one, it's time to bring that down. But first, I said, we need a responsible, qualified candidate to run for Congress. Last time, you might remember, our candidate against Dan Lipinski was Art Jones, the Nazi. And Steve and I were putting out literature saying, vote for Mike and Steve for the county. Don't vote for the Nazi. We should never have to do that. We should never have to do that. So I said, let's take him down first. So I took down the Nazi, and now what do I get? I'm running against the socialists. I can't win. This is ridiculous. Can I have a regular candidate? Actually, this is a good thing, because I think Maureen Newman's going to help me win, because every time she talks to somebody and talks about socialism, they go, you're nuts. We can't have somebody like that in there. I'll tell my little joke. Socialist walks into a bar, says, drinks for everybody. It's on you, and it's on you, and it's on you. That's the problem. They want to talk about everything that's for free. We're going to give you free school, free health care. My dad told me a long time, nothing in life is free. Somebody's got to pay for it. They want all you to pay for it. 4, 5, 6 times your taxes to pay for free health care alone. They're talking about $32 trillion over 10 years to put the plan they want in effect. And you know, every time they do those numbers, the calculator slips a little bit, and the number's never right. So that's a problem. So I hope she talks more to people, because every time she talks to somebody, they get turned off. So as it turns out, I'm the candidate now. And I'm going to win this election. I'm going to take the House back. We're not only going to hold the Senate, we're going to take the House back. We've got some other good candidates running around here, Eugenie Ives and Oberweis, and if we can take a couple more of those seats, we're going to have a chance to take the House back. And that's what the president needs to really get some more things done, is to get the whole House. So I think you've heard it a couple of times today. Here's the key. We've got to talk to people. It's a little hard right now since you can't gather, but I've noticed during this pandemic, more people spend a lot of time on the phone. I know I am. So when you're talking to people, say, hey, what do you think about what's going on? And I mean, you may get that, oh, I think JP is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I'll just end the conversation. But if they start talking about, this is ridiculous with the Manigans of the world and what Pelosi's trying to spend in the House, that's your key to start saying, you know what, we have to change that. And one way we can change it is get someone like Mike Fricilone in there. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention was, Maureen Newman wants to defund the police. And we were talking about how he felt when Father Tom talked as well as I did. was awesome. What was also awesome was this Saturday when Steve and I went down to the Back the Blue rally. The people out there truly understand that we need our police departments. They protect me, my family, and my community every day and do a job that I wouldn't do for any amount of money. I wouldn't risk my life like they do, and I want to thank their families just for being able to deal with what they have to deal with every day when their spouse goes out and goes back and protects us. So we went down to the rally, and of course the Antifa was out there ringing their cowbells. Mancow was one of the speakers, and he said one good line to the Antifa people: why don't you take your cowbells and go ring them down in Inglewood where they're shooting each other? See what happens there if you want to ring your cowbells. We've got to protect our police. Now, I don't disagree that we need more mental health care, but we can't find it by taking robbing Peter to pay Paul. You can't take it out of the police department. That makes absolutely no sense. You know, everyone in Chicago was talking about the consent decree. And in that decree, it said they need more cops, not less. And yet, the mayor wants to take them away. So, here's my view of what I'm going to do in Congress. I don't have a personal agenda. I'm not going there to push some Green New Deal. I'm there to represent the people. I'm a public servant, not a politician that's just trying to get elected again. So my votes are what the people of our district need. They need jobs, they need decent transportation, they need safety in their communities. That's what's important to the 3rd District, not having a Green New Deal, not having some plan that's free that nobody can afford to pay. So when I go there, I'm listening to you. That's what I represent, just like Steve and I do that in Will County right now. We hear every day from constituents out here. We hear what's going on, and we go back to Will County, and we tell them, this is what the constituents want. This is what they don't want. We fought a hard fight on the gas tax. Unfortunately, we lost to the majority Democrats, tax and spend, tax and spend. So my whole focus going to Congress is to represent every single person that lives in our district. Whether they're Democrat or Republican, we take the majority of what they're saying, and we will represent them. Unfortunately, we've lost that. We've lost that in our government. What also is important, I just signed my U.S. term limit pledge, because our founding fathers, when they put this government together, they said you should come out of your business or career and serve as a public servant for a short period of time and then go back to your job. And I firmly believe that. These guys that have served and women that have served 40 and 50 years, it's become a career for them. This was never supposed to be a career. I don't believe it should be a career for me either. I was actually going to self-inflict my term limit on the county coming up because I've served and it's now time for someone else to serve. But we've lost the word service somewhere in government. Now we think we have a right, or we're an elitist, or we're a king, or we're in charge. That's got to stop. And when I get there, it will. Now, I will be joining the Problem Solver Caucus. The Problem Solver Caucus is made up of Democrats and Republicans and independents that actually want to sit down and talk out what we need to do and what we need to change. Because we've got to stop the one side, the other side. You've got to have some kind of conversation to get to a point that you make a firm decision that benefits all the people. Many of you saw the Republicans have pushed forward their plan for CARES Act number 4. I think we're on number 4. Right now, Steve and I are dealing with CARES Act number 3. And we got Judy over there and Gretchen too from the Will County Board. We're dealing with CARES Act number 3. Will County got $120 million to give out to businesses, to municipalities, to homeless shelter and food to pay for COVID expenses. And now Congress is pushing and said, we need more money. We haven't spent this yet. No one's even given any money out yet, but they're willing to push money, push money, push money. And it's all based on a political move to say if we keep giving money out, people will vote for us. So hopefully the Republicans are going to hold the line. They put their first salver out there about continuing some unemployment, but not to the degree that the Democrats want, the giveaways where people are making more money than if they work. So nobody wants to go back to work. So hopefully the Republicans will push back hard enough on that. I know I'll be part of that group. So as was said earlier, it's going to take each and every one of you to continue to talk to people and start getting that word out there that we've got to change things. You can talk about my opponent all you want. I'm fine with that, because the more they know about her, the less likely anybody's going to vote for her. Actually, Dan Lipinski himself told me she's nuts. So I gave straight to the horse's mouth. So I just want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I've been part of HTRO for many years now. We're really cranking it up. Ruben and Steve have done a tremendous job putting this organization together. But as everybody has said before me, it's only as good as you getting out there and working. We can come to an event and we're all on the same page, and I know you guys are all voting for me. We got to get to the people that don't know who they should vote for and tell them why they should vote for me and the other Will County members that are here for executive and auditor and Quarter of Deeds, all those other offices. We have to let them know why it's important to you, especially on the Will County level, because that affects your taxes every single day. So thank you again. It's Mike Fricilone. I have signs over here you can take. You want to go to my website, FriciloneForCongress.com. Press that donate button. And that's my profit. Thank you.